In a peaceful corner of a quiet yard, where sunlight gently filters through the leaves and the air is filled with the soft hum of distant life, a mother cat rests on a lush bed of green grass. Her fur, a delicate blend of white, cream, and warm brown, seems to glow in the soft daylight. She lies stretched out comfortably, her body loose with the kind of restfulness that only comes after long days of caring for little ones. Her eyes remain closed, but not out of sleep, rather, out of calm, out of trust. She knows she is safe here, and more importantly, that her kittens are safe beside her. Pressed closely against her belly are her 3 tiny kittens, each no bigger than a pair of cupped hands. Their world is simple: warmth, milk, safety. To them, their mother is the entire universe, a source of food, comfort, and the steady rhythm of a heartbeat reminding them that they belong somewhere, to someone. Each kitten has its own personality already beginning to show. The first, a small gray tabby with faint stripes, seems the boldest. It pushes forward eagerly, determined to secure the best spot to nurse, paws kneading instinctively in a rhythmic motion passed down by nature itself. The second kitten, with a mixture of orange, black, and white, almost like a tiny flame flickering in the wind, nudges gently beside its siblings, sometimes stopping to lift its head and sniff the air as if the whole world calls to it. The third kitten, the smallest of the trio, moves with quiet determination. Though little, it refuses to be left behind, pressing its face into the warm fur of its mother as if absorbing strength directly from her. The evening continued to deepen, bringing with it a gentle hush that settled over the yard like a soft blanket. The mother cat adjusted her position slightly, careful not to disturb the tiny bodies nestled against her. She stretched one paw forward, feeling the coolness of the grass beneath it, then tucked it back under her chest in a gesture of contentment. The peace surrounding her felt almost sacred, fragile, yet profoundly complete. The gray tabby kitten, the bold one, had not yet finished its tiny adventures for the day. Though its eyes remained half-closed with sleepiness, its paws kept moving, kneading the air as if preparing to conquer a world that existed only in dreams. It nudged its head against its mother's belly before giving a small, determined squeak, one that barely disturbed the evening air, but made the mother lift her head with a soft, affectionate rumble. The flame-colored kitten had finally surrendered to slumber. Its body, warm and relaxed, rose and fell in slow, steady breaths. Every so often, it twitched as if responding to something unseen, perhaps chasing butterflies in a dream, or following the scent of something new that had lingered in its imagination earlier. Its tiny tail flicked once, then settled again, curled neatly against its side. The smallest kitten, always quiet yet full of hidden resolve, slept closest to the mother's heart. It was so tiny that the mother could cover most of its body with one gentle sweep of her tail. When she did, the kitten gave a faint sigh of relief, its tiny ears folding back in perfect trust. Though the littlest of the trio, it radiated a kind of softness that the mother instinctively cherished, a reminder of how precious life could be in its most delicate form. Zet. As the sun dipped lower, its final rays painted the scene in deep golds and warm ambers. Shadows stretched across the grass, but they were soft, comforting, never threatening. In the distance, the hum of the world continued, crickets beginning their nightly song, a dog barking once before settling, a door closing in a house nearby. Every sound floated gently into the yard, harmless and familiar. The mother cat lifted her gaze toward the sky, now streaked with fading colors. She watched a bird glide overhead, its wings cutting gracefully through the air. For a moment, her eyes followed it with curiosity, the kind that had once driven her to chase, to hunt, to roam far beyond this yard. But now, the desire felt different. Not gone, but softened. She had other priorities now. The 3 tiny bodies curled against her were worth more than any adventure the world could offer. Instinctively, she bent her head and began grooming them again. Her tongue, warm and gentle, brushed their fur in slow strokes, smoothing down every tuft that stuck up. Each kitten responded differently. The bold one squirmed playfully, trying to break free and explore again. The flame-colored one pressed closer, half awake and craving the comfort. The smallest one barely stirred, sinking deeper into the warmth that surrounded it. As she groomed them, a memory flickered in her mind of her own mother, once doing the same for her in a world that felt much larger, much less certain. Life had carried her through cold nights, quiet mornings, and long journeys before she ended up in this peaceful corner of a yard she could now call home. And in these quiet moments, she felt the simple truth of it: every challenge she had faced had led her here, to this softness, this safety, this love. Kitten. A soft breeze rustled the leaves above them, carrying with it the clean scent of the coming night. The mother inhaled deeply, letting the calm wash over her. She shifted once more, creating the perfect cradle for her kittens. Her tail curled around them like a protective ribbon, and she rested her head on the grass, close enough to feel their warmth but positioned so she could lift it in an instant if needed. But nothing troubled the yard. Nothing intruded on their world. Slowly, the sky darkened, trading its golden glow for a deep blue sprinkled with the earliest stars. One star shimmered brighter than the rest, and though the mother cat couldn't understand its meaning, she gazed at it with quiet wonder. The kittens, unaware of the vast sky stretching above them, remained content in their small universe of fur, warmth, and gentle breathing. Minutes passed quietly, marked only by the rhythmic rise and fall of tiny chests. The tabby kitten finally grew still, exhaustion outweighing its desire to explore. The flame-colored one let out a soft mew and nestled deeper into the mother's side. The smallest kitten curled so closely that it practically disappeared beneath her fluffy tail. At last, the mother closed her eyes, not out of sleepiness, but out of peace. Her ears remained alert, her body ready if needed, but her spirit rested. In this moment, nothing mattered but the steady heartbeat shared between her and her young. The yard no longer felt like just a place, it felt like a sanctuary built by time, by instinct, and by love. Kitten. Kittens, unaware of the vast sky stretching above them, remained content in their small universe of fur, warmth, and gentle breathing. Minutes passed quietly, marked only by the rhythmic rise and fall of tiny chests. The tabby kitten finally grew still, exhaustion outweighing its desire to explore. The flame-colored one let out a soft mew and nestled deeper into the mother's side. The smallest kitten curled so closely that it practically disappeared beneath her fluffy tail. At last, the mother closed her eyes, not out of sleepiness, but out of peace. Her ears remained alert, her body ready if needed, but her spirit rested. In this moment, nothing mattered but the steady heartbeat shared between her and her young. The yard no longer felt like just a place, it felt like a sanctuary built by time, by instinct, and by love. As the night settled fully and the moon began to rise, the tiny family embraced the hush that enveloped them. Safe. Warm. Together. And in that quiet corner of the world, beneath the watchful sky, a mother and her kittens slept, wrapped in the promise of tomorrow, wrapped in the soft certainty that love had found them and would hold them gently through the night.